So I've been doing some research since morning, and I was trying to look into how much it would cost to create a full set of legendary armor. And well, I'm kind of disappointed because there's so much farming involved, especially when it comes to the essences that you get from tiers 1 through tier 3 rift hunting. And according to the sheet I made, which I'm gonna pull up just in a bit, you need approximately 20,000 of the tier 1 essences, 7,500 of the tier 2 essences, and 3,600 of the tier 3 essences. Now we will need a bit more up and down, but I stopped at one point. As soon as I saw these big numbers, actually I was like, you know what, screw it. So I'm gonna pull off this sheet real quick to show you the numbers that I was able to salvage from this research. Now keep in mind, these numbers are to craft the entire set, so all 6 pieces. Now to begin with, we need 3 gifts of mighty prosperity. Why 3? Because you can only craft 3 pieces of armor, which I think are the armor, the helmet, and the shoulders, and the other ones, which is the gift of magical prosperity. You need another 3 to craft the other 3 parts. So you don't need both of them at the same time, either this or that. Anyway, so you need 3 of each. And to craft each one, you will need a gift of craftsmanship, which we all know costs provisioner tokens, which we all know is a time-gated item. Or if you have some of these lying around, where is it? Right there. Yeah, some of these ones, which are also daily, but if you've accumulated a few of them, then that's actually good for you. You need 6 of them, so that's a total of 300 provisioner tokens for a full set. This is something similar to what we've seen in raids. That's normal, that's fine, it's okay. But this is not where it actually gets a bit daunting. Anyway, so Mystic Clovers, we need a total of 54. Again, pretty easy. Gift of Condensed Might, we need 3. And Gift of Condensed Magic, we need 3. Again, not so bad. It's just a gold dump, really. When it comes to Gift of Ecto, you need 60 total. Gift of Research, this is when things start to become a bit expensive, on the expensive side. So you will need a total of 3,000 hydrocatalytic reagents, and these ones you can purchase from any crafting station merchant. So if you go to a crafting station merchant, you can see that you have 10 of them, and each one of them costs 50 research notes. Now we need 3,000, and this is only for the gift. I'm not talking about the precursors yet. So we need 3,000 of these, and by getting all 3,000, you will end up paying 15,000 research notes, which is roughly 250 gold, I could say. Alright, so again, for the gift of research, we will need 3k hydrocatalytic reagents, 1,500 essences of luck, the exotic ones. The thermocatalytic reagents, we're not gonna look at these really. Amalgamated Cryptis Essence. We need 72 of these, and this is where shit starts to get very bad. Okay, so if we jump back to the game, let me head over to Lear very fast. Okay. You can see this is the Amalgamated Cryptis Essence, and each one costs 250 tier 1 Rift Essences, 100 tier 2, 50 tier 3, and 60 Ectos. Why is this a problem? Because you need 72 of them just to craft the gifts of mighty prosperity and magical prosperity. The 72 of those, if we do the math, you need 18k tier 1, 7.2k tier 2, and 3.6k tier 3. Given that you will get between 6 to 13 T3 essences every rift, we are looking at 450 different rifts that you have to actually close. That's a lot of tier 3, and we're not counting the tier 2 nor the tier 1, and we're not counting the motivations that you have to actually craft to be able to get this one. So basically this is 450 to get the 3600, but we're not talking about how much T2 you need to craft the tier 3 motivation. So if we actually go to a crafting station really quick, I will show you guys. If I do Cryptis, Alright, so in my previous video I spoke about how you can actually craft a tier 3 motivation that allows you to open a tier 3 rift. So you will need one of this and then one of this to be able to craft one of this. So the point is, see, here we will need 25 tier 1 essences to craft a tier 2 motivation. You will need 25 tier 2 essences to craft a tier 3 motivation. So think of it. Apart from these values, you will need even more to craft the motivations. That's pretty crazy for me. And this is actually what lets me down. But anyways, either you do this or you do raids, you don't have any other choice. And based on what I've had a discussion with the community, people are preferring to do the raid ones rather than this one because of how much farming you actually have to do. Now, I'm not gonna move on because this is not a guide on how to craft the legendary armor. This is something I'm gonna do later down the line once we actually get the full the future updates, which actually allows us to craft the obsidian armor. But now I'm gonna stop here and move on to the precursors. Again, we need something called the purified cryptus essence, and this is a purified cryptus essence is also something that you can buy from Lear, and it costs yet again an amalgamated cryptus essence, which yet again costs 1, 2, 3 the different essences that you can get from rifts. That's pretty expensive. And of course you have the remaining currencies that we're not gonna get into, but for sure I will be updating this sheet, or actually I will be creating a better one and even a guide on the website to go through how we can actually craft the obsidian armor. It doesn't stop here though, because if we go into our achievements and we look up Astral, so you can see the precursors, the collection for the precursors, we can already start getting it. But the only issue is, for now we can only get 2 of the items that are needed for the collections, and the other 2 will be released later down the line when we get future updates for Secrets of the Obscure. Now, why is this a problem? Because only this one, now I'm not sure, this is just me throwing a stone point blank at nothing. Just this one will cost the purified cryptus essence that I just talked about, which is these, right? And I still didn't find out the price for these ones, which are actually also needed for this collection. So I'm pretty sure that later down the line, once the new updates hit, we will be getting some more things that we have to pay on top of already what we are paying. So you can see that the obsidian armor is actually farming intensive. Anyways, that's all I have to say. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Please, I would love to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? If you're actually gonna craft the obsidian armor or not? I know I am for sure, because I have to publish a guide. I know it would be helpful for so many of you guys, and I gotta do what I gotta do. Anyways, so I'm gonna end it here. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.